We're back with chapter 2. Let's jump in. The murder at the Little Mermaid. Huh? What is the little... Oh my god, this is a bad one. So we are figuring out blah blah got into blah blah's room through that. Well, window, I'm going to assume window. And they and them were playing cards with loud music. A fight ensued upstairs and someone got stabbed with a something. Great, an empty bed, not warm. Oh, there's somebody outside. Why did that bugger give me a note when he knows damn well I can't read? Look at this face. An old rusty half of shears. A pale piece of thread. No, pardon? A pale... Oh, bread. Some bread. You can lie low for a couple of days in the old oarsman's place down at the docks. Do we think he did it? Is that blood on them shears? Is that their blood on them shears? I don't know. A trapdoor in the ceiling. A small painting of flowers. The door does not open. The door does not open. Oh my god, this is downstairs as well. A trapdoor in the ceiling. Okay, that. Some more flowers. Revenge is written in blood on the wall. They're a pirate. Revenge. This clue. This man is dead. He's not breathing. He also has a ring with a ruby on it. A walking cane. What is with these ruby rings? This box has been tampered with. It's a music box. There's nothing inside though. Interesting. And to my door, Maurice. My door. To my door, Maurice. What is wrong with me today? Did I miss something in here? It says tick. Oh wait, I didn't see the underline. Maurice. We've got a washing bowl filled with slightly bloody water. So maybe he washed off those shears. Dear proud beast master. Proud beast master. What's a proud beast? I've attended our departed brother's send-off and accepted the keepsake that he bestowed upon our brotherhood in his will. I shall send this letter tomorrow, September 10th. I hope it will reach you without delay. Already it is midnight. I will retire to bed, for this has been a long day. May Griffin awake. Proud beast initiate. Proud beast is some sort of club they're in. Oh! There's a man outside with a clacker. Shattered glass eye in the mud. Alarm! Alarm! A break-in! Watchman's lantern! A watchman's alarm rattle! Watchman's spear. So that is Henry Parker. Let's put that in while we can. I can't because I didn't click anything, did I? There we go. Must remember to click things. Henry Parker. I can only assume that you must be Morris, maybe? Maurice? Right. What have we learned after clicking everything upstairs? Not a lot. I don't think that man outside is a murderer because he said he can't read. But he has written Revenge RR. Unless he wrote it. Why would he write it himself? Under a name that's not his. I don't know. Look at this Little Mermaid up there with a narwhal. Oh my god. The door to the street is shut with a latch. So, Dandelion Room, Williard Wright, and Forget Me Not Room, Ash Blair. I think there's a Forget Me Not. So this is Dandelion. Great. Dandelion Room. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to click you. Sorry, sir. I didn't mean to click there either. Where am I clicking? Dandelion Room was Willard Wright. Oh, well, who are you then? Morris. Let's put you in here as well, because you must be Willard Wright, right? Got stabbed with... It says A, right? It says A shears, which makes me think it's not shears. Little clue. Where did that blasted boy go? I really need a piss. Dear Oscar Boyton, it has come to our attention that the good owner of the Little Mermaid offers services to those who want to transfer projects that are less agreeable to the authorities. I will come by in 3 days. If you still have some spare space in your gin barrels and you're willing to earn extra money, reach out to me. So is this man Oscar Boyton? It seems weird. It seems like the letter's not talking about him. But let's put him in for now as Oscar Boyton. Okay. Green, Beige, Blair. What is all these things? Oh, are these names? Green got... I thought it was the colours, and I thought it was a colour I'd never heard of. Like beige, but maybe a bit brown? Browny beige? I didn't know what Blair was. Blue and another colour. So there might be 3 people called Green, Blair and Beige. Well, they're all drinking wine. Oh mother, forgive me. I will never gamble with something so dear to me again. a violin, a Navaja folding blade, and a key. So maybe he is in the other room. If he has a key, you've got a key as well. Everyone's got a bloody key. 3 shillings and 2pence, a hand of cards. Remember, you as an agent of our trading company have to reflect its values to the fullest. Never be late. The client leaves the port on the 10th. Be persuasive. Do not take no for an answer. We must get the client's product. Be effective. Once you have the product, deliver it to me immediately with the servant boy. Most importantly, no matter what you do, be mindful of our reputation. Our names must remain spotless. Okay. A dagger, a key, an ugly face. We've got a table. Oh dear. What? How many names are there? There's AG, JB, OB, WW, and ME. So, but there's only 3 people playing. That's 5 names. Can we assume that AG, JB, and AB are currently playing? Yes, they are sat down. So, does that help us? -2. I don't know how scoring works. What game are they playing? A hand of cards, a small sword, a key, and 7pence. Tell me, what does that man have that I lack? Be calm, John. He was a perfect gentleman. He brought me a drink and then retired upstairs. Okay, so maybe John is this man on the left. To Annie, you're beautiful like a rose. For you, I will take any blows. Annie, you're like a glass of wine. Your hair is very fine. I will find gold in the mine if that makes you forever mine. Your piglet full of love. Your piglet full of love. That's so sweet. They said romance was dead. So you must be John. Let's assume this man on the left is a John and you are an Annie. And then, based on this, John is a B and Annie is either a G or a B. Great. That doesn't really tell us anything, does it? Because they all share something. They're all sharing. Is there any clues as to a final... If I could get their scores... He thinks it's all luck. He says, just do the next one. It's all luck anyway. So I feel like he's AB. He's losing. It's his first game. Maybe AB is a bit not stingy, but a bit annoyed. Robert Redroof, escaped convict, reward £58. Blimey. Amazing Evans musical performance on September 9th. Event shall commence circa 11 PM. You must be Evan, I guess, right? Maybe it's a surname. Evan Evans. Let's put in Evans at the moment. So is this the scary man that we just saw at the window? Robert Redroof. Oh my god, was that him? He's terrifying. Right, let's go under the assumption that I just made. AB is losing. So there must only be one name left. Albert? Is there an Ash? Ash. And then Breege or Blair. He looks a lot more drunk in my opinion. Maybe he's not. I'm having a bad time. Well, you know that's window. Got into that guy's room. Got into Willard's room. Through while Annie, Ash, and John were playing cards with loud music. Yeah, a fight ended up, says, and Willard got stabbed with a... That actually could be a lot of things. I still don't think it's shears. I think maybe this man snuck upstairs and stabbed him. I don't know why I think that. He has a key. They've all got keys, is my little worry. Oh, Ash Blair. There we go, Ash Blair. So Ash is Ash Blair. Oh god, it's creepy music up here, isn't it? But why would he get through the window, though? The key clearly is not for... I don't know. They're all wearing jackets. That's the weird thing. So maybe it's her jacket upstairs? They could have actually got through the trapdoor in the ceiling, but then why would they have smashed the alarm? Or would they have smashed the window? Wait, the glass was on the outside, which makes me think maybe they did get through the trapdoor. And like scuttered across and then jumped down. But then the fact it says revenge RR does make me question old Robert Redruth out here. That is odd, isn't it? That is odd. That is odd. And who's Morris? So it does look like this man wrote it himself, in my opinion. Because look, the blood's coming out of him, but it leads straight to... If you were to stab somebody and then write, like, I don't feel like it would drag quite like that. Oh god, what's this? I just opened up the cards tab, I didn't see that there. So it must be Annie Green. I can't see you. Willard Wright and ME. Who's ME? Morris? Do we have an ME? We don't. Evan Evans. Well, that's not right, is it? Oh, you must be Morris Evans then. So it's you. Is it your stuff upstairs? Are you sharing a room? Maybe they are. Morris Evans. So he was playing. Annie Green went on for a second round and actually a third round. She must be doing well. JB must be John. But John what? John Breege, I think. I don't know actually, do I? Yes, I do. I think it's John Breege. I don't know why. John Breege. OB must be the landlord, Oscar Boynton. And finally, that's Ash Blair. Okay, that's great. I got all the names correct. So you are Annie Green. Nope, not Annie Oscar. Oh my gosh. So identity is all correct as well. Great. So we can fill this in. Ash Breege. No wait. Ash Blair, Annie Green, John Breege. No, I think it is Ash. Why do I think it's Ash? I don't know. He wasn't playing cards, right? I feel like I'm missing like a major piece of actual evidence though, because I'm just... He's had the least amount of wine. That's all I've got to go on. He has the other room, which gives him a chance to go upstairs. So I think while there was music downstairs, so it must be during this game, Annie, John and Oscar were playing. Oscar Boynton. And then he got stabbed with, well, I don't know what to be honest with you, maybe his little dagger. I did it. A man by the name of Ash Blair crept into Willard's room through the trapdoor to steal something important. But when he opened the music box, it woke Willard up and a fight ensued. In the car, Ash stabbed Willard in an attempt to frame an escaped convict. So what was the note that that the escaped convict had? Good morning, innkeeper. I heard a man was murdered here a week ago. Aye, a deranged convict did him in. Now bugger off. Tell me more about the evening when Willard Wright died. I will make it worth your while. These ruby rings, they mean something. But damned if I know what. Damned if I know what. The intoxicating dinner party. Oh my god, look at this little child. These sure are fine coats. Expensive cigar. Little Pip. Run to the city and grab me some ash blade tobacco and a bottle of gin. I will pay you back when I am back. I'll pay you when I'm back. We've got a syringe inside this giant statue. Alright. We've got 4 coats, an overcoat and a hat, an overcoat and a hat, an overcoat with a box of cigars in it, and an overcoat and a hat. I know it. Dear Miss Richards, I enjoyed your company tremendously when I visited your father last month. I am certain that you would wish to hear the rest of my thoughts on the shortcomings of our society. I invite you and your father to dinner on April 8th at my manor. Sincerely, Edmund Cloudsley. We remember them. Dear Mary, here is something for your diary from me. For you, I would fight a tiger and win. Peter Batley. Cute. Wait. What? Do I know anything yet? I don't. Is this Peter Batley? This little pip? God, there's a lot of people. What's going on? What's the history anyway? Somebody's dead? Who's dead? Who's dead? I can't find any dead bodies. Oh. I found them. I found a dead body. This lady is not breathing. Her face is blotched. A fan. We know you. Do we not know you? Rings of various gemstones. Thanos. I think we know you from previous episodes, but we need to find your name again. This does seem rather unwell. She does seem rather ill. It's quite upsetting. £4 and a shilling. It's a poison. Nobody touch the thing. Nobody move. I'll send for a doctor right away. EC's here again with this odd key and this odd key. Just a handkerchief. This is horrible. You killed my aunt, you devil. I shall execute you on the spot with my fork and my pack of playing cards and £2. Oh my lord, this has nothing to do with me. Note to self. If you get frustrated when working, remember the tale about the rich lord who married his donkey and you will feel better. Very true. 1 shilling, odd key, normal key. Ensure the beautiful lady sits next to me during dinner and I will slip you a shilling. Pizza. Oh my god. We got water, roast, salad bowl, a brandy, a wine, lemons, and a peptic tonic. I'm so out of my depth in this already. I've got a safe with a golden, another golden idol. And, well, Edmund, you seem pretty pleased after the old boy passed away and a spot freed up for you in the House of Lords. Take care of those with whom you ally. I have many friends and I will deal you swiftly if you dare cross me. Lord George Bridges. Edmund Cloudsley, once more you have failed to answer our requisition. This is your last warning you will receive. Your transgressions against us demands amends. The only course of action is for you to have to surrender yourself to our justice. Last chance for repentance, serpent, or we will unleash one of our stewards upon you. Brotherhood of Masks. Damn. The revolution will come for the likes of you, you crooked bastard. Soon you will pay for your sins against honest common folk with your blood. Final Vanguard. Dear uncle, I hear you are interested in Lady Richards. I think you are too old for her. I shall court her instead. Secondly, please lend me £300. It is small change to you, and I'm desperately in need of it. Yours truly, Peter Batley. Wow, that was a lot. The door is locked. This door is locked, but I can go inside still. A knife. The Laceless Count. Mademoiselle, the besmirched lover of Lusitania. I will not change the rule that the staff member who has worked here the longest gets the bottom room. Do not bother with such nonsense again. 4 shillings and a penny. Remember to take the 4th one from every row. The 4th one from every row. Do I need that? A stack of candles. Star Char by Rala Cthulhu. What? What am I getting? Once your target has ingested the love potion, establish eye contact and hold for as long as possible. In most cases, the effects will be felt within 2 days, depending on your own appearances. A pair of twig dolls and a bottle of pink liquid, partially empty. What the blazes is going on in here? Dear Edmund, this cannot continue. Since my return and move to Sebastian's manor, he has asked for financial support 7 times. He clearly is unable to take any monetary responsibility. Please, I need your help, my dear brother. Rose Cubert. God, my Mrs. Baker starting date 17. Housemaid, £9 a year. Blimey. Dear Edmund, I like your idea. Let's send him to the colonies where his violent nature will make him feel at home. I hear you're having dinner with Lady Mary and her well-to-do father Lothar. If Peter and I were to join you, we could beguile him with tales of adventures in the colonies, so we can ship him away. Rose Cubert. There's a lot going on. There's another book. There's Secret Codes book. Such trivial ciphers are as reading only. The first word of every line are easy to produce on short notice, but extremely unsafe and easy to decode. Consider this simple example. Money has changed hands. So you're saying there may be something which the first word of each sentence is a clue. Got it. I can understand that. Due to the sensitivity of your stomach, advise abstaining from alcohol for the next month. Also consider a glass of peptic tonic before eating to avoid upsetting your digestive system. A sealed bottle labeled opium. Right. So there's a chance the person that was poisoned was the person drinking a Pepto-Bismol. Peptic tonic even. She would be the only person to ingest that. That's a possibility. Very strong one, if I do say so. What are we looking at here? What have we got? Oh, right, so we've got people... What is that? I understand what these rooms are, but what's this room? Cabinet kitchen. Cabinet kitchen. Is it this? Someone sleeps here? Oh, yeah, someone sleeps here. Monkey Man 1 versus Striped Dark Hand. Monkey Man 2, a tooth for tooth. A odd key, which is not a very good key. A small bottle filled with amber liquid. A couple of pennies, a fancy handkerchief, and a shiny pocket watch, and a key. There's so much information here. There's a small bag hanging outside with 2 keys inside. Lockpicks, Ash Blair, finds tobacco. A pistol, a dagger. David, clean up the barn until Wednesday. I plan to continue experimenting with the artifact. Well, let's be putting things in. That must be David's room. Maybe. A stack of candles. Dear Diary, this has been an ordinary day mostly spent in preparation for tomorrow's dinner event. I do believe the time has come for me to ask for a raise in salary after all these years I've loyally worked here. It is a difficult conversation to be had, but I will strengthen my will and talk to Master about it tomorrow. Right. So this is the person that's been working here longest, which also means the person who's been working here the least amount of time is Mrs. Baker. And this note says the one who's been here longest sleeps downstairs. So maybe that means Mrs. Baker sleeps at the top, because that might work, right? That makes sense, I guess. Another book. Hortius, the wise slave, fables about rulers that make you think. £1 and 2 shillings, an inkpot. Paint. Print paint. And down with parasites. Too long they have feasted on our blood and sweat. Okay. The door is outside. No, wait. The door is locked. Not the door is outside. 3 bread, some lemons, some potatoes, flour, 2 waters, cut vegetables, and a big piece of meat. Of course I can give you some candles for your room, Lucia. I assume you are itching to continue reading that scandalous novel. This clue has been added. Okay, so Lucia doesn't have candles. Actually, let's do that right now. Candles. No candles, but a lot of weaponry. I don't know. That's David. No candles, so this must be Lucia. Is this scandalous? The Laceless Count. Oh, this must be Lucia, I think. Where's Lucia? There. Right. Great. That is progression. Dear Ada, I have to use this letter to share good news. There is no substance to the claims that your late husband used his position to squander church money. The judge has decided to remove all accusations and you will be no longer a target of baseless gossip. I truly and sincerely hope you will provide some comfort in these dark times when ignorance and impudence go hand in hand. May our Lord steward over our poor souls. Right, I think maybe that might be Ada at the top then. If because there's 2 men, isn't there? And there's 2 women. And a bit of nominative determinism. She works in the kitchen. And her son is Baker. Mrs. Smith. 2... Oh, God. Okay. Right. Mrs. Smith. 2 eggs and a pot of tea each breakfast. No heavy food for dinner. You're responsible for little Pip doing all of his errands. Mr. Walker. I have to be woken up and dressed at 7 AM. I expect to receive my daily newspaper by noon. Mrs. Baker, I expect all rooms to be cleaned every day, twice on the day of visitors. NB, David Garan's job requires that he may arrive or leave at night. No complaining about this. Right. So you must be the N. Do I know any N's? No. I don't. And Mrs. Smith must be Lucia Smith. And David... Oh. Must be Mr. Walker, I guess. David Walker. Let's lock it in. What's the worst that could happen? To Mrs. Smith for 3 years of service. That makes sense. So Mrs. Smith wouldn't be at the top. Thank you, dear. No, I threw it out. I do not read such dirty literature anymore. I do hope our master's guests are satisfied and that Brian served everything as instructed. Another key. Another key. Brian served it. So we don't know a Brian, do we? So let's pop a Brian in. And, oh god, I need to see the other pages, don't I? And it's definitely N. NB, right. The dinner party will take place on April the 8th. Everything should be ready before noon. Prepare roasted boar. Young Miss Richards appears not to enjoy meat. Therefore, prepare some alternative side dishes. Young Miss Richards. Okay, great. We have clicked on everything. How close to finishing am I? Not very close. You must be... Oh god. We've put it in here, haven't we? You were Ada Baker. Oh look, there's actually a seating plan, which I missed. A salad untouched. A full glass of cloudy liquid untouched. A partially empty clear glass of clear liquid. A partially empty... Oh my god. This is a lot to take in. Partially eaten pizza roast, partially eaten salad, partially empty... Oh no. And I need to use this. Partially smoked cigar. I need to use this to figure out who sat here. Oh no. Well, look, this person's not eating alcohol by the looks of it. I don't know. It could be lemon water. That yellow one could be lemon water. What colour's Peptic Tonic? Peptic Tonic. Right, there's 2 people drinking Peptic Tonic. Okay, this lady is drinking Peptic Tonic and what looks like water, which means you must be wherever that note was. It doesn't say. It just says the person with a sensitive stomach. Is somebody holding their stomach? No. This lady is young, I assume. And the note about the person who doesn't eat meat was Miss Richards does not enjoy meat. So maybe that is Miss Richards. I assume she must also be in one of these 2 seats, one of these 3 seats, one of these 2. I don't think she's on with the cigar. So let's just put Richards in both of them for now, because that's how I love to do things. This coat, which I assume is Miss Richards, also says Dear Mary, so I think she must be Mary Richards. Great, is there anything? There's nothing in those 2, is there? And this one just shows cigars. This one, which I believe must belong to David, because David said, go get these cigars. Which also means I assume this table belongs to David, because David is having the cigars. Has anybody got any cigars in their pockets? No. Oh wait, maybe David is... Oh wait. David might not belong to that. David might be the servant asking Little Pip. Would the servant be asking? Is Little Pip an errand boy? I thought Little Pip was like the little boy that lives here. Oh, I'm so confused. Is Little Pip Peter Batley? Peter Batley, Little Pip. Do you think that's right? Little Pip. It's giving me the option to put in Peter Pip, little Pip though. Do you think I should be putting in Peter Batley? Is Peter Batley somebody else? The drawing's pretty good. It doesn't look out of place from everything else in this world. So maybe... And then I don't know. There's a lot of like kiddie things here. There is this Monkey Man 1 versus the Striped Dark Hand, which is literally what that drawing was. So I think whoever sleeps here is the one that got that drawing. But is Peter Little Pip? I don't know. So we also have, sorry, we can go back a little bit because we've got EC, haven't we? And we know he's EC from the last ep. He is Edmund Cloudsley. Unfortunately, I don't remember everybody else's names. He killed my aunt. That doesn't help me. Your name was... What was your name? I remember it when I see it. Rose? It was Rose, wasn't it? Rose... something. We don't... Surely we don't have to remember from last time, right? That's pretty mad. Peter wants to sit next to a beautiful person. That's fine. So... But I don't know which one. Right, looking at the thing, it says blah blah wanted someone dead, therefore someone poisoned the something and hid the necessary key in a... Hid the key? At the dinner party, someone ingested the poison and died. What do you mean, hid the necessary key? What? Like, key for an antidote? Is that what it means? Hid the key for the opium? What would help to avoid that happening? Peter Batley is this man, right? Is this Peter Batley? Yes, that name did come up last time, right, didn't it? And he was the man asking for money. Because we've got a letter here saying, "Dear Uncle, please send me some money." And I also hear you're interested in Lady Richards. So that means you must be Peter Batley, which means you're definitely not Peter Batley. You are Little Pip. Which I guess also means Little Pip lives here. And it's just a bit odd that Peter is sending odd mail to someone. There are 2 keys hanging like this. So is that hid the necessary key in a bag hanging out the window? I don't really understand what the hidden key is about. The necessary key. But that means it might have been you, right? What are you reading? Star Child by Rowley Cthulhu. Inkpot, 3 shillings and 2 pence. Stack of candles. It doesn't really make sense, does it? This door's locked. That's odd. Why is it coming? It's coming from your window, that's for sure. Well, near enough, but I don't think it was Ada Baker. Nothing else weird has happened about Ada Baker, has it? Maybe it was this guy. I've not even actually... Who have I got in here? David Walker, right? I've not actually got David Walker, right? He's not a man in this scene. Also, why do I think your name is Brian? When did I write that? When we think it's NB? No, that can't be right, can it? Maybe it's Brian Walker. No, one minute. Why do we think his name's David? I don't remember how these things happen. David, clean up the barn until Wednesday. That's why we think your name's David, yes. I remember now. That must be why your name's David. Do we think David Garan is the last name up here? If they are listed as a thing. And then who is Brian? Who is NB? That doesn't make any sense. Brian could be his surname, of course. Oh yes, right. Brian must be his surname, maybe. We don't have an N. I know it's not filled in correctly. It doesn't even say I'm one off. It doesn't. Last time it said you were just 2 away. We don't have an N, right? His name's not Monkey Man. Is there any words like names that are short for N? You know, like a Tony, Antonio sort of thing. Final Brian. Steward Brian. He's a steward, isn't he? He's a steward Brian. No. Okay. I don't like doing this, but I might use a hint. How do we feel about that? I feel a bit bad, but let's give it a go and sort of see what we're given. Have you made a typo? I don't think I have. Have you re-examined your assumptions? Sometimes you make such and such as well about pride. Yeah. Try clearing the skulls and. Yeah, just clear everything. Have you made a typo? I don't think I can I? Oh right, it's just like that. Have you exhausted all the evidence? I'm pretty sure I have. Have you... Right, I'm gonna... I have no unlocked hints. But if you insist for each hint, you'll have to collect some phrases. What does that mean? Earn a hint? Choose one hint from the selection. This is so odd. I don't know what I need to know. On the living quarters. The quarters you see are for servants only. Someone who is small will sleep in a small bed. Someone I've worked there for more than 3 years. You do not have to ask for something you already have. Books' taste vary, but can be telling. Right. Well, that didn't help me at all. I think I've got that. I think that's the only thing I've got correct. No, do I? Who's Little Pip? Do we really think Little Pip lives in the rafters? Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm the dumb one. Maybe Little Pip lives at the top. Remember to take the fourth one from every row. What does that mean? Take the fourth one from every row. I feel like this room is correct. She didn't have any thing. And let's see how far away we are. Let's put in 2 or few are incorrect. So I think we are correct. We're just not very good at getting Brian's name right. Because yes, so right, when Brian is in there, it is closer to correct. I like deducting by doing it this way. But he is marked as NB, Mr. Brian. Right, let's go look through the letters in the office. George Bridges, no, obviously not. Final Vanguard, maybe. Peter Batley, nope. Brotherhood Masks, I don't think so. Rose Cuba is, I think, the dead lady. Rose Cuba is, I think, the dead lady. Mrs. Baker is starting. And now we're out of letters, right? Yes. Yes, we are. So... that doesn't help us. We've got all the words. I like that. I'm not even really caring that there's a murder going on. All that is important is the fact that I need to work out where these servants live. Also, I've just realised I will pay you when I am back. David. David is not here. Confirmed. Maybe. David is not here. Brian's surname is Brian. No, wait, I've already tried that actually. Brian Richards. I don't think Brian's got a surname, just saying. Is it Brian Monkey Man? No. Is it Brian... Can't be any of these. Brian Smith? I don't know. What does this do then? There's another hint. Getting stuck and working through to find a solution is not that hard in the game. Hints can help you figure out a solution without revealing it. I want a little look at the hint. I don't want this hint. No, I don't want this hint. 2 hints? I thought it would give me a more direct thing, saying like which one is wrong. It's not doing that currently, is it? It's just... Why is everything clicked? I don't know why it does that. I'm a bit confused about that. I don't know why it's showing what is selected. Okay, this is what we've missed. I hear you're having dinner with Lady Mary and I was to do Father Lothar. So that means one of these people was Lothar. I assume the one that I've got down as David Goran. I think that must be Lothar. And I assume... Why do I have David Goran? Who is that? Maybe it's Lothar Richards as well. Maybe they have the same surname. Please lock it in, please. Well, obviously, wait, you know it's not Brian, is it still? So what did I say? It's either Goran, which I may have got from somewhere, or it's Richards, which is your daughter's name. 2 or few slots. I wish it said 1. What is Brian's surname? Oh, that's why I had David Goran, isn't it? David Goran. David Goran's job requires So this is David. That is... Please clean up David. So you're David Goran. Is there not two Davids? Are you... So wait, who's NB? What does NB mean? Does it mean like... By the way. Is this me? Am I... I've just Googled it. It means nota bene. Oh! I've never seen nota bene. So this is Brian. This is Brian. Brian Goran. No, this is David Goran. And this is Brian Walker. Nota bene. I feel like that tripped me up another time. I swear there was another game I played where I fell for an NB. Which means Lothar Goran is definitely not right. But we know you're Brian Walker now. And you're Lothar Richards. Where are you? There we go. Great. Everyone's correct. Blimey. So who ingested? Rose Cubert ingested it. Rose Cubert ingested the poison and died. I still don't really know what happened though, mind you. Do we think the servant did do it? He's got a lot of things about things, doesn't he? He has access. He's got 3 keys. Blue key, which gives you access to the peptic tonic. He has yellow key, which gives you access to... I don't actually know. Maybe one of these bedrooms? How do I know these things? What colour's your key? It is bronze. What colour's your key? Just a little one. And these two are the ones that were thrown out the window. So why were those thrown out the window? Do we think Brian did it? Why were those two thrown out the window? Well, we should need to be looking at this, don't we, anyway? We need to be looking at whatever's going on. So the main guy who lives here, who does live here? Edmund, is the one that shouldn't be drinking. So what was I doing 5 minutes ago? So Edmund Cloudsley sits here. Why did I put Richards? I don't know. But I think that must be Mary Richards, maybe. She doesn't drink that. She's not got any wine in her hair now. In her hands. How can I tell which one she sits in? Because she wants no vegetables. But I don't think that helps. This person also had some of the seltzer. Interesting. Ah, well, the cigars are in a man's coat pocket, presumably. So that means that you are that one. Because you would be sat... If you're the other man, you'd be sat there. So the cigars belong to Lothar Richards. I can guess. I'm not guessing. I sort of know. Lothar Richards. And you are Mary Richards. The man who wishes to sit next to you is Peter Batley, I believe. Oh god, we're actually doing it. Peter, where are you? Batley. And then finally, Rose Cubert was the one that got murdered. Great, finally. So, I think someone did... I think it was the servant. Look. So they poisoned the Pepto-Bismol. Pepto, whatever it is. Edmund hasn't touched it yet. Rose has drunk half of it. So, you were not the target. I'm so sorry, Rose. But Edmund Cloudsley was the target. Therefore, I do think it... I think maybe it was you. You had access and motive. Not much motive. But you did. Oh my lord, this has nothing to do with me. See, I think that might be him. Maybe. I might be sending the wrong man to jail, but let's try it. Let's try Brian Walker. He's been here a long time. They've had a discussion. It said he was having the discussion tomorrow, which is now today, I believe. And I assume it didn't go well. I'm assuming a lot. You poisoned the tonic. Oh, the scroll is not feeling correct. And hid the necessary in a bag. So maybe it wasn't Brian Walker. Did Brian didn't receive any letter, did it? Because somebody else may have wanted him dead. Look, downward parasites. A sealed pot labeled print paint. Maybe I'm reading too much into this, but who else would want him dead? Clearly a lot of people, to be honest with you. There's a lot of things, isn't there? A lot of things. Let's look at that bag. So it's got like 2 little lumps, and this one's just a straight off one. Where have we seen these keys? That one looks completely different, so you don't have that key. What are the keys that you have in your pocket? The blue one. The blue one is the same as the grey one that's outside. One of them. I don't know. So that means you could have made a duplicate, right? Maybe. Who's got another straight one? I can't see any more straight ones. So what is the other one that's just been thrown out the window? And why is there a syringe in here? Is that going to be mentioned? Is the syringe in the statue going to be mentioned? So I still think poison tonic and hid the necessary key in a bag is correct. Have I just got someone's name wrong? Maybe. What other things have we? What other clues do we have? We have the ciphers, don't we? Secret codes. I think something is a secret code, and we have. Remember to take the 4th one for every row. That's an odd thing to say. And it's coming from your window. I think it was her. I think it was Ada Baker. My new suspect is Ada Baker. Remember to take the 4th one from every row. Is that what it said? Will? Ready? Nope. This is definitely not Ada Baker. There we go. Oh, this is clearly a cipher, isn't it? Use substance to remove target. Sincerely, Dark Hand Steward. Oh, well, there we go. The Dark Hand Steward wanted Edmund Clancy dead, therefore Ada Baker. How did I not put those together a minute ago? You know when sometimes just something clicks? Ada Baker recognised, one of 4, don't ignore that. Received in code instructions from Dark Hand Steward to poison Edward Cloudesley. She used her ability to move freely in the rooms while cleaning and made a copy of the medicine key. Yeah, of course, the guy had a key. Why would he be the murderer if he had the key? She wouldn't, it's not hiding if you still got it. She's a syringe and then hid inside the thing. Oh dear. Well, I hope I never see that level again. What is this, a ghost dog? No, it's a real dog. That's a real dog. It just looked a bit ghostly. The explosive events in the forest cabin. I hope this is easier than the last one. Oh, please be a tiny little cabin. Good, good. Just 2 rooms. Burkham Workhouse is written on the card. We've got a small little satchel. Henchman for hire in Timberg region. Billy Cracker, Oakwood Gang Brawler, and Robber Hardy Abe. Burkham Workhouse Brawler has a cart. It sounds like that's who we've hired. Little Billy Hobbs, Gang, Burglar, Through Chimney. Little Billy. Jack Nails, Timberbrook Inn, Burglar, Picklock. So I think Hardy Abe must be here. A box of confectionery. A series of 6 hats. Great, it's everything I need to solve a murder. Why am I even here? Oh my god. Okay, that's a lot. Where's this murder? I can't see a murder. Oh, there it is. There is a man is breathing but appears to have lost consciousness, and he is on top of a scarecrow who's in a wooden coffin. I do not care what means you use to acquire what I need, but remember to be discreet as always. Note that I do not want it to decay. The more recently it has died, the better. EC. What the? One of the old workhouse geezers croaked yesterday. I arranged for a cart to move the corpse if you send me directions. And be quick before they bury him. I do not want to dig up that stiff. A key, a gun, a loaded pistol. So is this guy like a grave robber? Or like an organ, not donor, an organ stealer? Look at this child. Go, coin, go. Coin's the dog, I assume. Oh my god. Blimey. A sword. A ring with a ruby in it. A wrapped piece of confectionery and a loaded pistol. Everyone, you are not to visit any village or city without my permission. At no point may you disclose the location of this cabin. Mr. David Goran, you're in charge of all security and arms. Mrs. Lucia Smith, you will taste any food you cook before it's presented to me. Little Pip, you're in charge of Black Bestia and Golden Doubloon. Both must be fed daily. Edmund Clousey. So that is Little Pip again. Little Pip's back. And this is Coin, aka Golden Doubloon. Oh yeah, look, that's Lucia Smith. Is it? Ah, by the gods, what was that? Gentleman robber strikes in Westbrook. The infamous gentleman robber Walter Keane, with a number of unnamed associates, held up a coach on the southern road leading out of Westbrook. The scoundrel robbed the passengers of all the valuables, kissed the young lady, then left. This is already the 5th robbery by the infamous gentleman, who, as is his custom, appeared wearing an impeccable suit and a new hat in the latest city style. The reward for catching Walter Keane has been increased to £100. So is this Walter Keane? Who are we dealing with here? Is that Walter Keane, or is it the other guy who had evidence for? Who was the other guy who had evidence for? Billy Cracker. Walter Keane's not on this list. Wait, I'm confused because we've clicked on everything. I can't see. We're still missing 10 words. But oh my god! What the blazes is going on in here? A door. A club. Oh, it just snaps straight off its hinges. Wait, how did... Oh, they barged in. They barged in. So it was locked from the inside. One of these men was inside this room. This is Nails. He looks like the shrunken head man from Beetlejuice. I finally have the location of my target. Meet us on November 10th, Friday, in the Timberbrook Inn, and bring all your tools. You get your share as we agreed. WK. Saw, pistol. WK. Who are you? Walter Keane. So we think this man... Wait, we can do that, can't we? I was about to say it'd be great if we could just put names in, but we can. Walter Keane. This guy... No, wait, this guy had nails in his hands. Is that not Walter Keane then? Maybe that's not Walter Keane, because Walter Keane wouldn't have a letter from himself on himself, would it? This... No, obviously not. This guy's Walter Keane. This is... Let's go at the front. I need to look at my thief directory. This must be Jack Nails. Oops. Let's ignore that I saw something that scared me. Jack Nails. And you must be the man of the hour. The man who came with the vehicle. Billy Cracker. Billy Cracker. Right, I think that is correct. Your little Pip, once again. You are... Oh, I've forgotten. What did you say your name was? Lucia Smith. Is this David Goran then? No, you're the guy from the other episode, aren't you? Lucia Smith. Are you not, what's his face? The one that killed the man in the place? I don't know. I don't know who this man is. Is it David Goran? Is that David Goran? Doesn't look like David Goran, does it? Well, let's put it in. We'll find out, won't we? David Goran. The dog is called Golden Doubloon. Oh, who's Black Bestia? Is that a horse? I don't know. Golden Doubloon. Wait, do I have to identify the horse? No. Where's the last person then? Don't know. A shard of vase. A rotten apple and a green apple. That's like a pepper. Okay. Oh. A small weight is tied to a pulled down lever at the back of the idol. Do you think we should match that? Oh. What's going on in here? Vacuum. This did not work. After it aimed at the sealed vessel and activated the idol, both air and vessel disappeared. Upon further consideration, it was an obvious mistake. Attempted with this input, and it was a definite improvement. It decreased the amount of air, but curiously did not create a complete vacuum in the sealed vessel. We got the cipher things. This sounds hard. Gold filtering. The target must contain some gold for this to work. Seawater is a suitable target, for example. However, a great deal of seawater would be required for this to yield any significant amount. Perhaps I should try it on a ship in an open sea. First step, get gold by aiming at the target. Aim at an empty vessel to retrieve it. This golden thing does magic. Wait, this man in the thing is EC again, isn't it? Good old Edmund Cloudsley. Well, maybe that's not David Garrett. I feel it might not be, but I've forgotten who it could be. It must be written somewhere. They wouldn't make me guess. Unknown effect. If the implications of this are what I surmise, this may be a tremendous discovery. The next step is to progress from fruit to some advanced organic matter. I must ask David to fetch me a dead body for further experiments. Oh, maybe that is David Grant then. He had all the letters to David on him, didn't he? Wait. Are you David? EC, yep. Well, yeah, you got all the Davids on you. All the letters about dead bodies. Yeah, that dog's not Golden Beauty, is it? Black Bestia. Doesn't sound right. What have I got wrong? Heaven Cloud Water Keen, Billy Cracker. What of these might be wrong? No, wait, you're not Jack Nails, you're Jack Nails. That'll be why. Jack Nails. There we go. And Billy. This is why it always has to check, doesn't it? Before you try and cheat. Billy Cracker. Ah, well, I'm still wrong. Cool. Love to see it. Love to see it. What else is wrong then? Maybe that's not Billy Cracker, but he came with the thing. Little Billy. Hobbs Gang Burglars Infantry Chimney. Hardy Abe has a car. Oh. I just got it completely wrong. This whole time I've been calling him Billy Cracker, but he's Hardy Abe. There we go, great. We've got everyone. We're in. Now let's continue reading this little book. Spontaneous combustion. You cannot combust the target if you have not performed the freezing beforehand. Interesting. The speed at which heat is increased appears to be influenced by how strongly I press the trigger and how long I performed beforehand. Freezing. The freezing target rapidly can create curious side effects. For instance, I should be careful when freezing water in a sealed bottle. It exploded and the glass shards through everywhere. So maybe that's what's happening here. Upon pulling the trigger, if the glyph input is meaningful, the idol will perform an intended action on the target it can see. If it is red, it is ready for input and will turn blue afterwards. If the eye is blue, you can only perform and it will turn red afterwards. So what does that mean? This is odd, isn't it? And why does it always do this? I don't understand why it's highlighting every single thing. Yeah, so it's almost like this thing means target, but it doesn't, does it? So gold filtering. This is step 1. This is step 2. I don't know what I'm trying to figure out here. Freezing. So you freeze. So you do this one. Decreased, increased. Maybe it means that, like decreased, increased. That's why that spontaneous combust and that maybe it's temperature. But I don't think so. Maybe that thing there means temperature because that's not in any of the other ones, is it? Is that an option? Heat. This sort of stops aging from happening or brings back aging. And that disappeared it. That disappeared. So this, I'm going to say maybe it does mean matter, but Air and vessel disappeared. So maybe that just means vessel. Decrease vessel, right? Decrease matter. Yeah, decrease vessel, matter, sorry. Because that would... If that symbol pointing to the right means like age, we're not asked to figure that out, luckily. But if that means decrease matters age, no, increase matters healthiness, maybe. So the only ones we have to figure out now are that one, which must be gold, like fine gold. It's the only one that's really important there. And this one is matter. Sorry, wait, where's this last one I'm looking for? What is it? 2 boxes stacked on top of each other. Vacuum, decreased air. There we go. Shout out to my Chancellor Sonar playthrough. So, Mr. The Man, Edmund Cloudsley, needed a corpse. No. Oh, yeah, maybe. What was that guy called again? David Garan delivered a corpse. No, he delivered a scarecrow. Wait, did he just deliver a scarecrow? Was there a corpse inside it? David Garan delivered a coffin. Maybe. Is your gun empty? Did you shoot that man? Not telling me. Pistol loaded, no, okay. Because I thought maybe you, no, he definitely worked it, didn't he? I thought maybe it was a Swizz. No, somebody else delivered this coffin. Somebody else delivered this coffin, right? Maybe, I guess, assumedly him. Walter Keane delivered the coffin, along with his accomplices. Walter Keane. Upon entering, suddenly shot. Oh, upon entering, Walter Keane. Pardon? Upon entering, there should be a comma there, right? Upon entering, comma, Walter Keane suddenly shot. Right? That doesn't make sense otherwise. Maybe. Suddenly shot the little Jack Horner, whose name is David Garan. David Garan. Upon entering, David Garan. Meanwhile, increase the amount of air in a sealed vase, right? You must be Edmund Cloudsley. Maybe that isn't Edmund Cloudsley. Maybe that is David Garan. Maybe David Garan. When the other guys, what are they called? Jack Nails and Hardy Abe. I was there actually. Jack Nails and Hardy Abe entered the room. The vase exploded and killed them both. Oh, well, let's try Edmund Cloudsley. Oh. Upon entering Walter Keane. Wait, who did... No, wait, maybe you didn't shoot him. A loaded pistol. Right, somebody has an unloaded gun. You don't have a gun at all. The other two are loaded. Who do we think shot him? Well, that's vague, isn't it? Assumedly, Jackie Nails. Yeah, maybe Jack Nails shot him. Is there a clearer solution apart from the fact that he's just in front? Suddenly shot David Graham. Edmund Cloudsley increased the amount of air in a sealed vase. When Jack Nails and Hardy Abe entered the room, the vase exploded and killed them both. What's wrong here then? They delivered a scarecrow, but Walter Keane, David Garan? No. Right, I think I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Edmund Cloudsley needed a corpse. That's correct. When we change it to David Goran, nothing changes. So he didn't need a course. Walter Keane, along with his accomplices, because Walter Keane is the leader of the gang, right? Yes, he is the leader of the gang. He wrote the letter. That man's just got a little club. There's not a gun on the floor or anything, as they didn't like shoot him and then just throw it aside. Everyone's got a loaded gun. That's the odd part. It's like they can reload or something. Maybe the horse did it. Maybe the horse did it. That's one to think about, isn't there? Maybe the horse did it. Man is breathing but appears to have lost consciousness. He wasn't shot. He wasn't shot. That'll do it. Right. Okay. So Hardy Abe. Oh my god. Upon entering, Hardy Abe suddenly clubbed. Oh yeah. I thought he was shot in the head. No, he's just hardly breathing, so he's still alive. To get entrance to Edmund Clancy's secret forest cabin, gentleman Robert Walter Keane pretended to deliver a corpse to Edmund for his experiments. Upon entering the cabin, the robbers ambushed the servants and Edmund locked himself in his study. While the robbers were sawing through the lock, Edmund prepared a trap with the eye of that kid. Oh, it was sawed through. That's why he had a saw on him. I thought he just snapped. Amazing. There we go. Then, Sir Coroner, the bandits accidentally set off my master's laboratory chemical ingredients. What happened afterwards? I managed to fend the rest of them off, but my master, Lord Edmund Cloudesley, got caught in the blast, which severely disfigured him, and soon afterwards he died. Bless his soul. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's what happened. Oh my god, what's going on in this game? Anyway, that is enough for episode 2. I hope you're enjoying this. I am. I'm really enjoying this. That was tricky, the servant one. There's just a lot going on in there, and I'm just really bad at remembering things. But anyway, I'll see you next time for some more of this, hopefully. And until then, goodbye.